And we are back. We are back. We are back.
Welcome back. We're supposed to harmonize.
Oh, no, I don't like to harmonize. I am a solo act. Oh. Samantha Lee. What up, girl? This is my girlfriend and beautiful future mother of my children, Samantha Lee. She will carry my seed for me.
That's debatable.
What you mean that's debatable?
I thought we were gonna buy a baby.
I know she don't want to have to deal with the pushing the baby out, but I also would like the baby to look like me.
We can buy one that looks like you. Let's buy one of your brother's babies.
I know they're already too old, and they were being rude last time we were there, and they're at that age. I want the baby. Don't you want the best part?
Yeah, fresh baby.
When they're a fresh little young baby, that's what I want.
Right, we're looking for a surrogate.
Yeah, any woman that I can have sex with.
Hey, Daisy.
Yo, they did find people kept sending me they found some kind of way to impregnate trans women.
People kept sending you that?
Yeah, 10 people sent me that. They're like,
why do people keep sending you that?
I don't know. It's I don't know what they think of me.
I know you really want a baby, and you really don't want to be with Sam anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why people. I made it very clear I want to be with Sam, but people really are pushing me being with Daisy, and I like Jaden. I don't know what's going on.
Jaden too.
Jaden's a great guy.
I feel like we could all work out some kind of card game situation.
Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something. If I was ever gonna have a game night,
yeah, that would be dope.
Daisy and Jaden are invited.
Yeah,
we're playing motherfucking code names.
Oh yeah, you guys know code names?
Playing with Daisy and Jaden. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. Good couple. But yeah, everybody kept sending me that. And it's well, I'd rather have a baby with Sam. But Sam wants to fucking buy a baby. And you know what I'm saying? We're not balling like that yet. We're doing all right. We're doing all right, but we ain't motherfucking baby balling. Baby buying balling.
I mean, when there's free babies to be made.
When there's free babies to be had,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Especially with this lady. She's got good birthing hips. She's got good birthing hips on her. You know what I'm saying, dog? She got them birthing hips, nigga. God, I would put a baby in you. But we're back. It's nice to be back. This is Sam Lopez, the greatest human being that's ever existed on planet Earth.
That's my credit.
That's your credit?
That's what they say when they bring me on stage.
They say, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Lopez, the greatest human being to ever exist on Earth.
And I go up and I'm like, what's the deal with penises?
Don't give away your opener, boo. Come on. You want them to see you later. Don't give away your stuff. But yeah, you know what I mean? We got the greatest person ever here. And today is an exciting day. We've been listening to the Kendrick album all day. My Grizzlies played tonight against the Warriors in Game 6. I'm very terrified. I'm absolutely horrified. There's no Ja Morant. I'm absolutely horrified. Steph Curry, as Sam said, is terrifying to look at when he plays.
Scary.
He's a scary man.
How is he so cute and so scary at the same time?
Babyface Assassin. What a nickname.
Yeah, that's true. There's never been a truer nickname.
He is a babyface, but he's a fucking little killer, and it's terrifying. And I hate you, Steph Curry, but I love you. You're watching you because you're so good. But God damn it, you know what I mean? Just one more game. Don't be good. Actually, 2 more games. And then we can win it all.
Or disown Hassan. If they're going to win the next couple games, be that wasn't for Hassan Ahmad.
It's not for Hassan Ahmad. Hassan Ahmad, I hate you. And it's all right, I like Steph Curry.
And then we like him again.
But yeah, so that's what today is. You know what I mean? Also, the Kendrick album is, and I know I might be speaking too early, but sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know. It's a fucking masterpiece. I know that's but it is because I've never heard anything sonically like it. And we are going to find that out in 5 years, people are going to be like, oh, this album really lasted because I've never heard anything like this.
I mean, his other albums made me feel that way as well.
Exactly.
So it's I guess I kind of have heard something like that.
Yeah, when he did it before. He is the Pink Floyd of rap.
Yeah.
Sonically, he is unreal. What he chooses to rap over and how long, and all his music is going to last all over time. His music's going to, in 70 years, people are going to be bumping Kendrick Lamar.
I feel like he's more of the Led Zeppelin of rap.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I can see that as well. I can also see that. But this album particularly, it sounds like a Shakespearean play. It sounds like a Broadway musical. The piano. I've never heard anyone rap use the piano the way he did in this album.
It's an epic.
It's an epic. I've never heard that before. The way he's fucking there's literally a song he just raps over piano. There's a song where Kodak Black raps over piano. Kodak Black's all over the album, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know Kodak was coming like that.
Yo, Kodak came like that on this album, bro. I love that Baby Keem, the argument song.
That was
the We Cry. That We Cry Together shit. Bro. I think that, no, I forgot the name of that. But the argument song, bro, that shit is insanely. You know the one I'm motherfucking talking about. The one where it's like, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, nigga. That shit goes on.
Actually, you did that really.
Fuck you, bitch, fuck you. Because it's like, it's on beat the whole time.
That all day.
It's insane. And I've been looking for Sam right in the eyes when I sing it. She's like, can I get the other part in? And it's like, no. But yeah, bro, it's literally a Shakespearean play for an album. I've never heard anything like that. Like, it genuinely feels like a Broadway musical. Like, the way it starts, the piano and the theme throughout the whole thing, and you hear it. The part where
he's dancing.
Oh my God, the part where he's dancing.
I don't know. You said it was Broadway music.
It is a Broadway music.
There is tap dancing.
I was like, yeah, there is a part where that's why I was like, what? Yeah.
Kendrick did that.
I don't know. That's fire. It feels like something he's directing the whole time, like an orchestra.
That's how it always feels. It's always like it feels like a really good film or something.
It does.
The way everything flows and stuff.
Like something Tarantino-esque. Or I don't even know. Like, it feels more like Shakespeare to me.
Yeah.
Because it's the flaws of this king, or you know what I mean? Like the down, you know, like all this stuff. I mean, dude, he's talking about getting molested. He's talking about fucking his gay, fucking growing up around gay relatives, you know what I mean? And a trans woman, trans aunt. You know, and then the N-word, like the fan saying that when the girl came on stage and said nigga, like, and like how he got to that moment, like that song is fucking unreal deep. This guy, bro, he's different. He's different. This is a different kind of artist.
He's the greatest of all time. It's been said before.
He's the greatest rapper of all time.
For sure, he's the greatest at rapping of all time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now Drake is, I think, the greatest artist of all time. That's different. That's a different thing.
Not a bad. I guess I would. He's in the.
Drake is like and now the only when people go, oh no, it's Michael Jackson. I immediately go, well, yes, it's always Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson, obviously. It's always obviously Michael Jackson. But Drake, the fact that he can rap, it's like, well, and he's one of the. He's also Drake to me is definitely top 5 greatest rappers of all time. Top 5.
All right.
But I think Kendrick is the greatest rapper of all time.
So in the last week and a half, we've had the Kendrick album. We've had Jack Harlow's album, and we've had the Future album.
Yes, I've been all over the Future album. Future album is unbelievable.
How would you, in order, like, how would you rank them?
Just those 3?
Yeah, just those 3.
Oh, well, Kendrick, because I've never heard anything like that sonically in my life, and it's just a masterpiece, and it's a play, and it's a musical. You know, I love all these things. I love Broadway musicals. I love plays. I love the Shakespearean stories, and you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's just beautiful what Kendrick can do. I can't wait to just keep digesting it. Also, what makes him the best is, like, the Future album obviously is number 2 for me because I've been bumping it nonstop. But that's something that's just, I know what it is. It's fun and it gets me right in the mood every time. The Kendrick album, every single time I listen to it, I'm going to hear different things for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's true. It's really intense.
And I can't wait to digest it like how I'm still digesting To Pimp a Butterfly, like we still digest Good Kid, Mad City. Whenever me and Sam are on road trips, we listen to these albums. We listen to things start to finish because that's the best way to listen to an album. You really hear an artist. You really can feel them and what they're like.
This is something Deric's into that I have come around to.
It's the best, right?
More of a mainstream top 40 person. Like,
and I'll bounce around Sam is way more mainstream top 40. But I'll bounce around to 40 with you.
I'm just the hits girl.
She's a hits girl.
You know what I'm excited for? Remember when we stayed with my uncle and we played To Pimp a Butterfly for him, start to finish? I'm excited to play this album.
Because he's going to be like...
He's like a 60-year-old
He's like
man.
a 60-year-old man, and we played To Pimp a Butterfly for him, and he was like, I have never heard anything like this. And it's like, oh, wait till you hear this one, Uncle Leo.
Yeah.
You fucking 80-year-old man. You know what I mean? You're fucking this guy. But... yeah, but you could play Kendrick for some old person, and because it's different, bro. He's rapping different.
It's not
he's
even
rapping different. He's the best rapper ever to ever rap.
Because you have to, even if you don't like rap and you listen to anything Kendrick puts out, you have to go, well, this is art. Even though this isn't art that was meant for me, there's no way I can deny that this is art.
It's art.
Yeah.
Future's album is exactly what I want. It's like, it's just that bump, nigga. Just that motherfucking fucked in her ass made a pee-pee. You know what I mean? It's one of his lines. Fucked in her ass made, or what the fuck? I give a shit about a nigga shooting up a church. I'm a god on this earth. And it's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong? Like, he's going crazy. He's just saying wild shit.
I haven't listened to the whole album all the way through. I've only listened to what I've heard you play.
When I've heard, because I've listened to it all the way through nonstop a couple times.
But
the songs with Drake are amazing. The slow songs are amazing.
Generally, it reminds me of, remember that 2 Chainz album that came out a couple years ago with the Gray Area song in it?
Yes,
it's got his face. It's like Tony. Is that one of the?
Yeah.
Is that one where he?
Yeah.
The title's Tony.
I forgot. Yeah. But I know which album you're talking about. I can't remember. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. That shit go hard.
That's how this future album reminds me of that album.
Yeah,
it's just like everything I want from the artist.
Yep.
And every song is like, yep.
That's
future.
Thank you. Jack Harlow album. I like some of the songs. The rest of it's pretty mid. I feel like
listened to that all the
that's
way
how I feel about you, Jack. Sorry, buddy. No, nothing personal. Just how it was. That's how it hit me. Hit my ears. Felt mid. Didn't like a lot of the beats. Didn't like a lot of the production. Didn't want to listen to it again. There was no repeat value.
But you like all the radio hits for that album, though.
Yeah, I do like the radio hits. I mean, the song with Drake, I love. The Nail Tech's great. I like First Class. First Class, literally is just the Fergie song, though.
Yeah.
That's why I like it so much. It's literally the Fergie song.
Hit. Yeah, Glamorous is great.
It's great. Is Glamorous not awesome?
It was also good then.
F-O-O-U-S. Riding first class. Like, it's literally the same. That's the song.
It does put me back in a time because I remember when that song came out. I'm like, wow, I'm old. Because I wasn't like a kid when that song came out.
No, we were not. We were a little.
We were
teenagers.
I was like 17, 18 at least.
Yeah, but you're old as fuck. So you were definitely way older than me. You're way older than me.
I'm actually 55.
Sam is 55-year-old Asian man.
Take care of myself.
Goddamn right she does. Am I nervous about the Grizzly game? Yes. Am I excited for this podcast though? Yes. Am I going to focus? Yes.
Well, we don't have to worry about it because when they hear about it, you already know what happened.
I know, but I'm talking about. I'm just giving them how I actually feel in live time.
Oh well, live in this moment. Where in this moment when they're listening, the Grizzlies have already won. Fucking
right, Sam. Way to think positive, and that's how I'm going to think. And I'm going to fucking keep that headspace. We already won. It's going to game 7. And that's what happened. And that's just what happened.
That's just what happened. Deal with it, Steph.
Steph, you fucking cute little fuck.
Chew on your little mouth guard.
Yeah, chew on your mouth guard, you fuckface.
Get a new one. It's so chewed up.
Yeah, all of his mouth guards are chewed. Way to get him, Sam. Fucking your roasting's getting better.
I think.
My nigga, you ready to hear this fucking movie?
I am.
Right after this commercial break. Hey, Bean Mafia. That's right. The Bean Mafia gang has stepped up. Spoil the beans. We're here. We got a real ad, baby. This is a real motherfucking ad. Manscaped. That's right. That's Manscaped. You heard me correct. Everyone out there who has been listening to this podcast forever, we got a real product backing us, supporting the Spoil the Beans lifestyle, supporting the Spoil the Beans movement. And you know what's nice is this product is actually the shit. I've never used Manscaped. I've never used Manscaped before. I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I ever used it. Holy shit. Not kidding. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's amazing. It is
top tier.
Top tier. Sam likes the new package.
I dig it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm talking about my package. This is incredible. Your boy, you know, I'm gaining girth. You gain girth. You gain length. Fellas, Manscaped. You're giving yourself inches, baby. And if Al Pacino didn't say anything, he said, life is a game of inches. You haven't seen this movie yet.
I was like, what?
Any given Sunday. That? Life's a game of inches. Nigga, Manscaped. That should be their fucking slogan. It's a game of inches. Life. Your penis. Manscaped. Dude, I love it. Spoil the Beans. That is our promo code. Literally type in Spoil the Beans, get 20% off. Guys, let me go through how good this is. See this right here? You see this? This bad boy, excuse me, is the lawnmower. The lawnmower 4.0. Dude, I use this, shaved my balls in 10 minutes. Hadn't shaved in like half a year, probably. You know what I mean? Shaved, tire sack, 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
But you're not even nearly as hairy as I am. Hey, for the ladies who are listening to this, you can also use this to shave you. I'm a very hairy lady. I'm a kind of a fuzzy person. What?
She's a fuzzball, dog.
I'm a fuzzball. I'm like a tennis ball.
She's a fucking tennis ball.
I am a tennis ball up in here. And this is very handy, I will say.
Love it. The 4.0.
So quick. Trimmed my fuzz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Manscaped, let me tell you something about the 4.0. They engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to our advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving my boys. That is true. I had no nicks.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah, I had zero nicks. And I've shaved my balls plenty of times with other razors and other things like that. You know what I mean? And literally always a nick or two, which sucks because your balls, you don't want your balls bleeding all day.
Yeah, that's gross.
Because it's nonstop. A lot of blood down there. Yeah, so you just don't want that. You know what I mean? I didn't know this also. I'm one of the first people, me and you, Samantha, to try the new 4.0. And I am blown away by the performance. I literally am. It's phenomenal. It really is. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch that can engage a travel lock. It really can. You can lock it if you need to. It also gives you the ability to turn the 400K LED spotlight on and off whenever needed for a precise shave.
I looked up how
oh
to
my
do
God. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4, which is really nice. I did need the size. I was going to go no trimmer, and Sam had to help me out here.
Yeah, we wanted to get a little bit of a fade going.
I wanted more of a fade. I didn't want a full ball, but I like the fade. Did I mention, this is very important, wireless charging. Look at this. This is wireless. This is charging right now, all right? Wireless charging, well, you got to plug it in, but it could be charging right now is my point.
It could be.
Wireless charging uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Men, if you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, you've been doing it wrong. No person wants pubes in their mouth.
Yeah, you should have one for each.
One for each. Me and Sam both have one. It's fucking awesome. It's time to get your own ball and hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code SPOILTHEBEANS. All one word, Spoil the Beans, all caps. Guys, it's the name of the pod, Spoil the Beans. Easy. Manscaped, use it. Yo, let me tell you this. These are some of the things that you get. Waterproof trimmer, reduces foot odor. I didn't know that, but this does reduce foot odor.
Really?
It does. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer helps reduce nicks, reduces the risk of ingrown hairs, and reduces the risk of grooming accidents. I stand by all those things 1,000%. This is not because they're the first brand to support us. I genuinely fuck with this. Mm-hmm. The nose trimmer, incredible. Got all my nose hairs out.
He's got a hairy nose. That's the one thing that is very hairy.
I'm not really a hairy guy. My balls a little bit, but my nose gets hairy. But your
nose needed...
I loved this. The crop preserver, the ball deodorant, genuinely found it refreshing on my testes.
You felt refreshed?
It added a little spice. You know, it really did. I wasn't mad about it. I really wasn't. The crop reviver, the ball toner, also felt good on my balls. I love this bag that they come with. This is just nice because I travel a lot.
The shed.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it says on here. The shed. It's
the travel bag. I travel a lot, so I've been using it on the road. Unbelievable. Unbelievable kit. Unbelievable package. I've been putting my other toiletries in this, but it's phenomenal. Dude, everything they sent us, I've been using. Every single thing. Sam uses them.
I did. I had to trim the fuzz.
Dude, if you're in a couple, get two. Get the 4.0 lawnmower. Unreal. Mm-hmm. Get the fucking, for fellas, if you got a hairy nose, get the weed whacker. 1,000% recommend the weed whacker if you got a hairy nose. Ball fucking deodorant, the crop preserver, unbelievable. The toner, unbelievable. God, the Lawnmower 4.0, seriously. I genuinely loved this product. It is so worth it. It's just, I shaved. I'm going to probably shave again in another week. Took me 10 minutes. Crop the area. More inches.
It took you less time than 10 minutes.
Did it? It felt so fast.
It was very fast. Maybe like quick. 2 songs.
It was 2 rap songs. So we're talking, it might be 6 minutes. Probably, yeah, right. 6 minutes, if we're being all the way honest. 6 minutes. Your boy was fresh shaved up. We had incredible sex. Can I guarantee the great sex you'll have? I can't guarantee that. I can hope for it. I'll hope for it.
We can put that energy into
I'll put that energy. If you use Spoil the Beans, Manscaped,
20%
promo code,
off.
20% off, plus free shipping, I will put that good energy if you're going to have good sex after you Manscaped. I'm going to put that out there on you.
That's for you, man.
That's for you. Guys,
lady.
Spoil the Beans. The promo code's right here. Use it. Don't lose it. All right? 20% off. And Manscaped, thank you so much, man. You guys, this was amazing. Manscaped. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the Bean Mafia. And back to the movie. Samantha Lee Lopez.
Deric Allen Poston.
That is my name. My pride and joy. Are you ready?
Yes, I said that. And then you held back on me and played some commercials.
I did. Sometimes I'm like, do I just start it or do I tell you? And this one, I feel like I'm just going to start it. Like instead of doing the guessing game.
I haven't guessed one. Oh, no, I guessed Phenomenon.
Yeah. And it was unbelievable.
I pretty much nailed Phenomenon.
Yeah, you pretty much did. But I don't want you to guess this one.
Okay, cool.
I want you to just feel raw emotion and get you right in the gutter. Get you right in the vagina, basically.
Why do you want me to cry all the time?
This isn't no. I didn't say that. I just want to get you going. It's like, why are we even fuck around? There's no point in guessing this.
Let's do this.
You ready?
Yeah.
Scary noise. Black Mirror.
How do you know I haven't seen this?
Oh, I know. Trust me, because I see the ones we watched, and it's like, I didn't even see this one. I was like, what the fuck? How have I missed this one? Liam Foxwell, come on in. It's British.
They're always British.
They're always British.
They get good actors.
You see a guy come in, and he's got a suit on, young looking dude. He's like, welcome, all right? And he's like the lead of this episode.
White or black guy?
White guy. And
there's a lot of famous black British actors
that do this show as well.
Yeah.
Very
do
true.
The show specifically.
I mean, it's unbelievable writing, and like if you get cast for it, also it's great because it's only one. You only have to do. You're only committing to one episode, and you get to really show off your acting ability in your one episode.
That's true.
It's like perfect situation.
Yeah, it's a great resume builder.
It's just a great resume builder, and then you're also a part of something that's amazing and like timeless, and like you get to have your episode. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it cool.
One day we'll be on Black Mirror.
Dude, please, that'd be the goal. A guy walks in and you see he's in a business room, like a conference room, and you see three people in suits at the head of a table, and they go, "Welcome to your appraisal, Liam," which is like, I had to look it up. That's where they check out. It's like a job, where they quarterly check you, to see how you've been doing. I had to look that up. You knew that though?
Yeah, I've worked in an office before.
Okay, it's like a job review.
Yeah.
And they're giving them this whole spiel, yada yada, about what they do, and
so just know what words mean.
Yeah. And they're a law firm, okay? And they're kind of shitty. Like they talk about how they don't do things ethically and morally, sometimes yada yada, but like you're okay with that, right? And they all kind of laugh, and he's like, yeah, he kind of plays along. So they go, okay, Liam, if you stayed here, could you do a redo next week? And he goes, yeah. What, you don't like my British?
It just sounds like you're gonna do you're in Snatch or something.
I'm fucking Brad Pitt.
Yeah, you're Brad Pitt.
I'm Brad Pitt. So they go, okay, Liam, if you stay here, could you do a redo next week? And he goes, yeah, I can do it next week. And they go, when we check it, nothing gonna freak us out, right? He goes, oh no, sir. No major deletions this quarter, yeah. I don't know, I got Australia now. No major deletions this quarter. It was more like, it's more up.
It's more.
No major deletions this quarter.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was more up. And he goes, no, sir. And they go, okay, good. So he's like, all right, this has been great. Looking forward to seeing you again. He's like, okay, thank you. And he's like, they're writing notes on him as he leaves the episode. The entire history of you. You haven't seen, you see what I'm saying? Have you seen this one?
I don't think so.
He hops in a cab. Airport, please. In the cab, there's a commercial for full spectrum memory. Okay? It's a delight. You can get a willow grain upgrade with 3 decades of backup for free. The install ingrain procedure with the local anesthetics, and you're good to go. Memory is for the living.
Okay.
So right then you see him touch a button. He's this little remote, right? It's like this big. But it kind of looks like it's like this big. It looks like a little USB almost.
Yeah.
With like little buttons on it though. Mm-hmm. And he touches the button in his hand. Clicker. Yeah. He touches the button and his eyes glaze over like that. How they do on that show sometimes. Uh-huh. And you see a thing behind his ear light up, and he's able to rewind and watch the job appraisal that he was just at.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's rewatching it, and he's zooming in on the people's faces, and he's getting mad rewatching it. Like, oh fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah. Okay. So he runs through the airport, and then when he gets to the TSA, they're like, all right, sir, we need to rewind your last 24 hours. And that's like the TSA check. So they just rewind your last 24 hours to see what you've been up to. And then they fast forward through your week. And then they're like, enjoy your flight, Mr. Foxwell. And then he hops on the plane.
What do you fast forward through your week? Like the future week?
No, your last week and see what you did.
Oh, so you see a whole week of your life?
Yeah. They see everything. So, since you were born.
So what do you mean they fast? But you said it's just a week.
He went back just a week. They just wanted to check and see what you did the last week before you get on the flight. That's their TSA check.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, to make sure you haven't killed anyone.
To make sure you haven't killed anyone, or just we're planning a terrorist attack.
It's true.
So
say it in your diary notes. Or something.
Exactly. So we see we see friends hanging out, yada yada. You see a guy like going through his memory, and he's showing it on the television screen to everyone at the party, like a little friend, like not a huge party, just like a little gathering kind of party. And he's showing like, look how shitty this carpet is. I told you guys this carpet was shitty. Like, and they're all laughing and kind of, you know what I mean? Just like you can see they're using it for like things like that, light stuff, fun stuff. So you see our boy show up to the house outside, and he like rewinds his memories, and it's him at a party, and he's meeting somebody, and it's like and he's like, okay. He like stops it, and then he knocks on the door, and a woman answers, and he goes, Lucy, and she goes, Liam, and he goes, remember the Dublin wedding? How fun was that, right? And it is like, it is cool to see like the handy things.
That would be very convenient. I always forget people's names.
Me too. And I'm talking about Sam, you can immediately do it like you can rewind to the moment, whatever you need, like that.
Also, how much would you hate someone who forgot your name? Because now it's not that they forgot. It's like, you don't even care enough to rewind your
Just
memory.
Rewind a little bit, nigga, damn. But you can also do other stuff with it, but we'll get there. Okay. So, have you seen this one?
No,
I told you. Yeah, like I can tell you, I knew he's like, no. When I was watching it, I was like, what the fuck? So, you know what it is? It's the last episode of the first season. And there's only 3 episodes.
I feel like I would have watched that. That's so weird.
And it even, because you know how you can see which ones you watch because it has like the reds all the way through on Netflix? That one had nothing. And I was like, what
are you doing out here?
I don't know what we doing. So, he comes in the party, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, get a beer, go see everybody. Everybody's in the living room. He goes in the living room to meet everybody at the party. He sees his girl, this blonde woman, who's our other lead in this, and she's kind of talking to this other guy. They're having a conversation, right? And you see him watch, and then she notices him. She comes over. She's like, hi. He's like, hi. And she's like, what are you doing back? And they kind of kiss awkwardly, okay? She's like, how's the appraisal? He goes, later. And she's like, okay, later. And then a guy walks up, and she's like, hi, this is who I was talking to. This is Jonas. He's like, hi, I'm Liam. They hug. And then they like start talking to the other friends, and they're like, your wife's being a real cunt, like being real mean tonight, like in a funny way. Yeah. And he's like, oh, she's known for that. And they all laugh. So he's cracking jokes at the party about how he's about to be an unemployed lawyer, how his appraisal went really bad. Okay? The friends come over and talk, and they ask how the appraisal was, and he says it's a disaster, yada, yada. And they're like, we'll pull it up on the TV. Let's all grade him, right? Yeah, let's all grade him. And they're all laughing. And he was like, he can tell he definitely doesn't want to do it. And the Jonas guy he just met comes over. He's like, hey, guys, leave him alone. It's not really fun to poke someone's, job like that. He's clearly uncomfortable. And everyone's like, all right. So they all get up to go eat. And he's kind of like, rolls his eyes at that, at the whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay? So as they're all walking to eat, he touches his girl, and he goes, Fee, have I met him before? She's like, yeah, Jonas. He's one of the old crowd. He's like, oh, okay. She goes, you okay? And he's like, yeah. She's like, all right, Joan. They kiss, right? They walk into the dinner. He rewatches, as she walks off, he kind of stops, and he rewinds, and he rewatches when he walks in, and they're talking. Her and Joan.
Oh,
and he's kind of just like,
like to see what,
like you see his head, even with he just, his head tilts as his eyes are glazed over, but you see he's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cut to the dinner table. Oh, Sam, you're not ready for. I told you that's what you're gonna cry. It's like, no, I'm about to fuck your whole brain up.
I like my brain the way it was.
No, I like it shattered. Like the fucking Black Mirror screen. So cut to the dinner table. The Jonas guy is talking. He's making everybody laugh. Just being a charming kind of guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Everyone is insanely rich in this episode, mind you. Like every situation, wealthy. Like every house. Like the guy, remember he said he's a lawyer. Like that's what, so like every house is insanely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. They those beautiful like millionaire where it's like Art Deco type shit. Yeah. Like all the houses are like that with like lots of foreign cars outside, long driveways with the circle thing. Like just so you know, everything is like that. So you can just tell what kind of class of people we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. Okay? So the dude's making everybody laugh, yada, yada. Another girl walks in. And the hostess lady who's throwing a party, she's like, everybody, this is Helen. Helen, she's a really beautiful woman. She's like, hi, everybody. And then he's like, Jonas, this is Jonas. This is everyone to introduce. And she goes, Jonas was just explaining to everyone why relationships are a sham. And everybody laughs. And he's like, what I was saying is you waste your entire life. You had a good time. People will be like, hey, did you have a good time that night? And you have to lie, look at your partner and be like, yeah, we did have a good time. When you love to be fucking someone else and having maybe another person to share your thoughts with. Not the same person your whole life, right? And then everyone's kind of laughing. He's just kind of making everyone laugh. He's just kind of drunk going on a rant. Almost like Russell Brand and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's like, lose yourself and fuck. Remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
Or like when he's like sitting in the Remember when he's about to leave and he's talking about how he's gonna fuck the girl?
I'm gonna fuck that girl. I'm gonna fuck that girl in the car right there. He's just like that vibe, right? He's just talking like that. And somebody goes, so you must have really loved your last girlfriend then, right? Like that must have hurt you. And he kind of smiles. He's like, no, we just fancied each other. Two tools in a tool shed that just worked well together. But I found myself watching, while we were going to fuck, I would stay downstairs and watch redos of other past relationships. I mean, I have a beautiful woman waiting for me upstairs to have sex. And I'm sat downstairs watching redos with hot girls and pulling myself. Seriously. Can you believe that? Because that's what you can do. You can watch every time you had sex with anybody. Like, weird, Sam, it's every memory you've ever had in your entire life.
Oh, weird, man.
So they all look at him crazy. That's why I remember earlier in the episode, I guess not every, because you could buy 3 decades of storage. Oh, that was the commercial.
That's interesting too, because you only have a certain amount of storage in your brain.
Yep. Or you can pay for more though. You say you can upgrade and get the 3 decades of storage.
It's like my Google Photos account constantly asking me to save.
Exactly like that, and to get more storage. And also, that's what you can delete stuff. You can do everything with this.
Keep deleting things so that you can have more room. Wait, so if you don't have enough storage, do you lose stuff at the end, or can you not consume more data until you make space?
I don't know. That'd be a great question though.
Okay, sorry.
But these are rich people. I think that's why it's like, oh, they clearly doesn't even matter. They have it all.
Yeah.
So, so they all look at him crazy. And he goes, come on, guys. We all watch other, we all do their rewatch and look at other things we've done, yada, yada. Come on, don't we? And then somebody goes, not Helen. And they go, why not? And she goes, oh, not me. And they go, oh, you don't have a thing. Is it political? Like, clearly like, oh, there's a facet of people
who think this is wrong. Interesting.
Okay. And she goes, no, actually, mine was gouged out. And they were like, they all go, oh my God. She goes, yeah. They go, was it painful? She goes, terribly, but I don't remember much. There's just a scar here. And Jonas is like, can I look? She's like, yeah. He walks over, he looks at it, you see a huge scar right behind her ear. Okay. He's like, wow, that's nasty. She says, yeah, thank God my sight held on fine. Like a lot of people this happens to, they go blind.
Wow, yeah, because it would be connected.
Okay. So they go, who took it? She goes, stolen to order, probably some millionaire Chinese perv. They go, really? She goes, yeah, that's a real thing. And they go, wow, none of your files were encrypted? She goes, nope. So they saw the whole lot.
Wow.
And she goes, but after I was gouged and I didn't have one for a few days, I kind of liked it. And then the other guy goes like, wow, I've heard that there's like a facet of people who enjoy living that way, yada, yada. So that's why people are like, it's a political thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was very interesting in the episode. It was like, well, this is an interesting little subplot that they didn't have to add, but they added because there would be a political.
They do a really good job of creating the world in Black Mirror.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they have to, because that's the biggest part of the show is.
You believe this world.
Yeah, it's like a dream or something.
No, a nightmare.
Yeah.
So they go, I heard, one lady's like, I heard going grainless is really just a thing for the hookers. Right. And they all laugh. And then the Helen girl goes, no, that's true. Yada, yada. She goes, but I'm a pretty boring girl. So, I'm not too worried about yada, yada. And they go, the Jonas guy cracks a joke on her. And Liam's girl, Fee, laughs really hard.
Is it funny?
It's kind of funny. I mean, not really. It's just like something he says.
Yeah.
No one else really laughs though, but she cracks.
She laughs.
He looks at her. Okay. Then one lady goes, I can never go grainless. And she starts like getting super kind of mad about it. Like, and you can see she's like real political that like, oh, we should have it. It makes it, things better. And like, you see what I mean? Like certain people in your family who would be just like very like, well, this is my stance. Yeah. You know what I mean? So one woman says how like, well, you should have it because you can change, if you don't have it, people can change your memory, what they want. Like how in real life, your memory, you remember kind of what you want sometimes, and not the truth.
Flexible, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what she was saying. Like now you instead
of suggest things and you're like, oh, yeah.
And she's saying it like down to her, like who would want to live like that when you can have your actual memories?
Yeah. Interesting.
I thought you'd find this interesting. I found it fascinating too.
Oh God.
I think you would definitely not want this shit.
No. I don't want to remember anything now.
Yeah, it's like what I like the new day. It's a new day.
Yeah, I like to be fresh. I wish I could start over every day.
It's great.
But with the same amount of knowledge I have.
Yeah.
A possibility.
Yeah, I don't want to do a 51st dates thing where I have to watch a movie every morning. No. So one woman says like, she's going off on her about the false memories, and another woman, they're all kind of getting on her ass. And then she goes, well, I'm just letting y'all know I'm happier now, but that's just me. Mm-hmm. And you can tell she looks like everyone else is like so uptight and yada yada, and she just looks so like, oh man,
what does it matter?
Nothing. Like, oh, it's kind of like she just looks happier, you know?
Yeah.
So they leave. You see everyone leaving, and cut to in a cab, and he's showing his wife the appraisal thing. She's like, it's great. He's like, no, it wasn't. And she's like, well, hang on. And she backs it up, and she's like, look at that. That lady's writing something. And he's like, oh, it's something bad, you know? And they're just kind of talking back and forth. It's quiet for a second. He goes, you have fun with the gang, yeah? She goes, yeah, I did. You speak to that Jonas guy much? She's like, no, not really. He goes, he's a bit of a knob, huh? She kind of looks at him. He's like, a dick. She's like, Jonas? He's like, yeah, Jonas. Pulling himself off to all his relationship theories, you know? Like, what an asshole. And the way, you know, like, and the way she's like, he goes, and the way he wanted to protect me from the appraisal and like not show everyone like, oh, we shouldn't do that. You know, he's clearly uncomfortable. Like, what a dick, right? And his wife's looking at him. She kind of laughs like that. And she goes, well, why invite him over? And he turns around. You see him in the car behind them, like following them.
Oh.
Okay. Uh-huh. And he's like, I don't know. I like him. He's charming, you know? He's like, she's like, okay. And then, she's like, you wanted, he goes, but you really wanted him to come. She's like, no, I didn't. You did. She's like, no, you really wanted him to come. I saw you all night. You laughed at everything he said. And he goes, yo, you wanted, she's like, you wanted him to come. That's on you. You invited him. And then she replays it and they talk about it, right? You see them, and she's like, oh man, it's like he replays it and you see them leaving together. And she's like, oh, it's still so early. It's really early, right, guys? And then he's like, yeah, it is. And then you see our boy go, you want to come back to our place for a nightcap? But you can see he kind of didn't want to do it. Right? But he does do it. But he's like, you want to come back to our place for a nightcap? Like he says it like that. And the guy's like, yeah. And he goes, I was being polite to that moron. She goes, well, look, you got us into this. You can get rid of him. Mm-hmm. So they park. They get to the house. What?
It's super weird just to invite him over for a nightcap after they were all out. To their house? It seems like you want to come over and fuck?
That's what it does feel like.
That's what that feels like.
That's what I would think immediately.
I'd be like, well, I can't believe this dude wants to invite me into the bedroom with his wife.
Yeah. Well, she apparently knows him from college. That's why he's a part of the old. So they've been friends.
Yeah.
You know, they're just not that close. Apparently. Okay. So they get to the house, and when they get to the house, the guy, you know, gets out of his car. He's like, hey guys, and then now their attitudes change. They're like, oh man, it's kind of late, isn't it? And he's like, He's like, yeah, it's like midnight. And he's like, yeah, it's been 15 minutes. He's like, it's been 11:45 when we left. I'm like, yeah, it's midnight now. He goes, well, we have the babysitter inside and our son, and you know, we thought right fee. And she's like, yeah, I just think it's late. And he goes, okay, I get it. She's like, we're just tired. And he's like, all right, you know, no problem. And then he's like, and they're like, I'm sorry, yada yada. He's like, don't worry, I got a backup plan. I'll go somewhere else. It's fine. He's like, see you later. He's like, bye, Fee. He gives the guy a hug. They shake hands. He leaves. Liam just kind of stares at him as he leaves, like kind of mad, right? They come inside. The babysitter's there. They tell the babysitter, like, hey, we know it's super late, and you have to drive far. There's a bed made upstairs for you. You can crash there. I mean, it's like an estate. Yeah. And she's like, babysitter's like, oh, thank you so much. I'd love to. You know, she, like, of course, right? Mm-hmm. She heads upstairs. They both sit down. Immediately, instead of watching TV, they just rewatch their memories. Because there would be no more anything else. You would only just rewatch your memories, everyone. That's all everyone would do.
There's no TV?
There is, but it's just all they're doing is rewatching their memories. They're just sitting there rewatching all their memories.
No, I mean, like, is there television available in the world?
I don't know. They don't talk about it, but like no one's, because saying, why wouldn't everyone just watch their memories? Oh, God. That's your television. You'd analyze everything you've done in your whole life.
Oh, this sounds awful.
It's terrible, right?
That sounds so anxiety ridden.
Oh, dude.
I would be so stressed all the time.
Me too. That's why I told you everyone's uptight, but you see the girl who's got hers gouged out, and she's like
really relaxed.
You see how chill she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't let anything get to her. Like she's chilling. Mm-hmm. And clearly, the Jonas guy says that, like, I've seen a lot of the people who are promoting the no grain in the ear. They look a lot happier. Like he even notices it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's clearly a thing. So they're drinking wine and they're watching they have the babies. The baby clearly has a grain already too, and they're watching what the baby saw all night. And they're seeing clearly checking on the babysitter and making sure the babysitter didn't do anything. Uh-huh. And the babysitter, they're just watching it, yada yada. Like, but it's like that deep.
Yeah.
So the husband goes, "Is he a part of the gang?" And she goes, "Who?" He goes, "Jonas." She goes, I don't know. Yeah. He goes, He spent his time just oozing girls then. She goes, I mean, not really. She doesn't really pay attention to him. And then he goes, was he always? She goes, okay, stop. Like, what's going on? He goes, it's nothing, you know. She goes, look, you may have noticed an atmosphere, and I understand why all these questions are coming, so let's get in this now. Me and Jonas, back in the day in college, we did have a bit of a thing. Okay? And he's like, oh, okay, you and the oily dude, man. She goes, stop, I did not know you back then. Okay? And he goes, you slept with him. And then she goes, yeah, but what about you and Gamma, which was another friend that was there. Like, clearly, like you know, like, stop, like, yo, we all have fucked in this circle. Yeah. We know that.
Okay.
Chill. And he goes, yeah, but I told you about it. You never brought him up. She goes, I did bring him up. She goes, no, you didn't. And then she's like, yes, I did, yada, yada. It was years ago. You know, I told you, like, I was with this Moroccan guy, yada, yada. You know, we dated for a month. And he goes, you said you dated for a week. And she goes, no, I didn't. No, that's not what I said. He rewinds the memory immediately to that when the first time, and she goes, oh, I don't want to see this right now. This is the first time we have sex. And then it cuts to after their sex, they're talking. And she's telling this story of this guy she was just dating. Okay? Well, like that she used to date.
Yeah.
And it was no big deal. It was. She even says, she doesn't even say his name. And she says it was just a week. But now she did say it was a month. Okay? Those are different.
That's different.
Those are different time periods.
Different time periods.
So now she goes, oh, stop. That's no big deal. They start arguing back and forth. She's like, oh, now the night's ruined. You're just getting obsessed. And they start talking about another time where he thought she was cheating, right? He's done this before. And she's like, and I told you nothing happened then. He's like, all right, fine. I apologize for that. You know? And she goes, look, Jonas was an old fling. You got to get over it. And then he goes, man, God, he goes, sometimes you're just such a bitch. And she's like, it's quiet. And he goes, oh, I didn't mean that. And she just starts replaying it over and over. He's like, stop doing that. You know? And then she walks off. He keeps drinking. Okay? He finally goes upstairs and he's like, I'm sorry, Fee. I know I'm weird and wanky sometimes. She's like, oh, I love you, you know? She sits up. He's like, I know. They kiss. Cut to them fucking. All right? You see them fucking the shit out of each other. But it's like from the view of like what the memories look like.
Okay.
Okay? Cut to the reality. He's hitting her from behind. He's fucking her from behind. His eyes are glazed over. He's watching something. Her eyes are glazed over. She's watching something. Like they're not even like, they're both looking at other times they've fucked.
Wow. With each other?
Well, we see his, and he's looking at another time he fucked her. And it was like the first time, you know, it was like one of the times it was like really like passionate, you know? But you see it in real life and it's just him, and they're both just like.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just glazed over eyes.
Okay. But they're still collecting more memories from this time.
Yeah. It's deep, right?
Ah! I hate this. This is awful.
This is like your worst nightmare. This is like I don't know why I was like, this is going to terrify her.
Okay.
So, cut to, they both come, you know, they kiss and lay quietly. He goes downstairs later that night, she's asleep, and he just keeps drinking, okay? And he keeps rewatching Jonas talking. Him making everyone like, you know, he's talking about fucking everybody and like how he would go downstairs and like watch another, like he has a beautiful woman upstairs, but he's just watching old times and jerking off. And he's just talking about that. And he just keeps rewatching that over and over and over. Cut to morning. He is now absolutely hammered, still rewatching that, drinking. Okay? He's drunk and he goes back to, remember when he walked in the party and they were talking already?
Yeah.
He pauses it and like uses like a lip reader app so he can lip read what they're actually saying. Okay? And then the babysitter, remember I told you this morning and there was a babysitter they let spend the night? The babysitter is going to leave. He goes, Edna, come over here. And she's like, yeah. And she comes over. He's like, I need your opinion on something. And he's like, it's just a little silly game. He goes, answer me this. And he shows her the dinner. And he shows her the guy saying the joke he said. You know, where he's like, have a wank off this, right? And it's just his girl laughing. And he pauses it and he goes, now, is that funny? No need to be nice. Is he a prick? And is that funny in your opinion? And he plays it again and she's like, no, I don't know.
Incredibly uncomfortable for.
Oh, she's like, what the fuck is happening?
He's clearly drunk.
Hammered.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. And he goes, yes, you do. Right then the wife walks down. She's like, what's this? And he's like, I'm just getting her opinion. I'm just wondering. You found this so funny last night. I didn't. And I think Gina agrees. That's her name, Gina. She's like, I think Gina agrees. And then she's like, Gina, let's get you a cab. I'm so sorry. You know, yada, yada. You don't have to, he's drunk. Don't worry about him. He goes, no. One other thing. We both want him to come back. That's what you said. But who wants it more, Gina? And then he shows her that. And it's her saying like, oh, it's early, isn't it? Oh my God, it's still so early. He's like, and he rewinds it. It's early, isn't it? Oh my God, it's still so early. And she's like, she is kind of like being like that, like cute, you know? He's like, no, what is all that? And she's like, oh my God. She's like now like horrified. And the babysitter's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, I don't know. And then she's like, Gina, I'm so sorry. He's hungover. He's drunk. And then he walks her off. He keeps drinking. He's rewatching the dinner, her laughing. And he goes, that's not funny. Objectively, it's just not funny. She comes back. She was like, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. He starts queuing something up. She goes, whatever you're queuing up, stop. He goes, nope, sit down. And he shows her him talking, right? Like them talking at dinner, the Jonas guy. And he zooms in on her face while they're talking. And he's like, look at how you look at him. And she is like smiling at him. And he goes, you love this guy. I arrive and look how you look at me. And you see him show up and she's all like kind of nervous and it's an awkward kiss. Remember I told you it was an awkward kiss? It's like that. He's like, you see that? She's like, oh my God, we were just talking. He goes, yeah, but moments later, look how much fun you're having. And then now you with me, you're so stiff. You know, you can't stand around him. You're hot, you're cold. You can't hide it, honey. I'm looking at you. She goes, this is stupid. He goes, look how you look at him. You see her staring at him at dinner. And then you see him look at her, like she looks at her like, so this, the camera is going to be him and then the camera's going to be Jonas. You'll be Liam. I'm the girl. So this is how she's looking at Jonas. She's like, and then this is how she look at you.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Where it's just something, which is why you don't need this machine in your life.
Deric just made a bunch of silly, goofy smiles.
No, I was acting. I was acting, bro. So she goes, Liam, how am I looking at you now? And she just looks so pissed, which is like a bar. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, how long did you date him? She goes, it doesn't matter. Cut to a memory of the night. It's them. Like, remember, there was a part of the night, well, I didn't say this, but there was a part of the night where one of the friends started showing old like videos of her memories from college. Because they're all from college friends and they're all laughing. Yeah. Okay? And one of the videos, in the background, he's zoomed in because he's done all his research all night. You see her making out with Jonas in college.
Oh, okay.
Okay? He goes, how long did you date him? She goes, all right. It was about 6 months. Okay?
That's a lot different than a week.
And a month.
And a month.
If I was saying this to you, how much would you now not believe that just that the date kept changing?
Also, why did you lie? I'm not mad at you for dating a guy for 6 months. Why
in college,
keep changing?
Why does it keep changing? But you would probably ask me just that. Why does the date keep changing?
Yeah. It's way better to be the quiet, rational one and let the other one person implode on themselves when they're lying.
That's very true. So, he goes, wow, now 6 months. It goes from a week to a month, now 6 months, the ever-inflating romance. And she goes, why am I on trial here? He goes, what's going on? She goes, nothing. She goes, you know what's going, like, nothing's going on, stop. He goes, you downplayed it. You fudged. She goes, oh my God, I lied. Just a little lie, I'm sorry. I did, okay? She goes, he's sort of a dick, and I liked him then. And he goes, and not now? She goes, no, not now. So he goes, so he fucked you. He has all that footage, and he's just wanking off to your profile all the time. She goes, honey, this is sad. This was years ago. This is sad. He goes, not for him. He said all that stuff at dinner. He's wanking it, and that's what he's talking about. Huh? That's what he's talking about. She goes, oh my God, if that's what you want to think, go make yourself puke. I don't care. He goes, fuck, and he storms off, right? Mm-hmm. He keeps watching and drinking, just keeps going over and over. He's just watching the shit from the dinner. Mm-hmm. Okay? Cut to him driving. He gets in the car. He's hammered. He's still fucked up.
Yeah.
The grain little thing can tell you, like, hey, you are inebriated. Using this vehicle, could be extremely dangerous. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't care. And they go, for this engagement, insurance will be cut off. He's like, fine. And he cuts it off and he starts driving.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So wait, if you don't have the grain, how does your insurance work?
You just have a regular insurance like we have.
Okay.
Probably costs way more.
Yeah.
The grain insurance, because they know exactly the truth or not. Doesn't matter. the insurance, we all lie in real life.
Maybe you have to have a camera in your car.
Probably. They probably have cameras. At that point, yeah, they would definitely have. If they have cameras in your fucking brain, you would hope they'd have cameras on the car. So, he drives off and he pulls up to a house, hits the fucking buzzer. And you hear, who is it? It's Liam. It's Liam, Jonas. He's at Jonas's house. He goes, Liam? He goes, yeah, from last night? And the guy goes, is Fee with you? And he goes, no, sorry, mate. Is there anything you want? I just want to talk. Open the gate, please. Sure, I'll let you in. The gate opens up, right? Rich as fuck, beautiful estate. He pulls in, he comes down the long driveway, right? And Jonas comes out, he's in a robe. He's like, what do you want, Liam? He's like, I just wanted to come for a bit. And he gives him a hug, and he can tell he's fucked up. He's like, wow. And right then he runs upstairs to his house. He's like, Liam. He runs in his house. He opens the door, right? And Jonas is like, Jonas, this is a nice place. He grabs like an alcoholic, it's like some liquor that's on his thing. And he goes, seriously, man. And Jonas is like, this isn't cool. Like, what are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, come on, chill. And he goes, Liam. Jonas goes, Liam, do I have to call Fee? Huh? Did you guys have a row or something? Like that? Like, what's going on? He goes, and Liam goes, just sit down, Jonas. And he doesn't move. And he goes, do you want me to bounce this fucking bottle off your fucking head? And he starts laughing, and Jonas is like, what the fuck? He goes, I'm joking, Jonas. Right then a girl comes down. It's fucking Helen. She's like in a big t-shirt, like they were fucking, right? And he goes, wow, look at that. And he goes, you get some good stuff for your scrapbook. And Helen's kind of like, what the fuck? And right then Jonas is like, yo, you should go. Like, you got to get out of here, man. He goes, no, why don't you put it on the screen? Don't be shy. Huh? And then the girl's like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm just joking. Gross sense of humor. They go, okay, Liam, come on, let's go. He keeps drinking. He goes, so this is where you masturbate to my wife, huh? And he's looking at his living room. And he's like, yo, man, what the fuck? He goes, oh, do you do it in that room? He goes, okay, Liam, you need to leave. He goes, I want you to leave right now. He keeps drinking. He goes, that's a pity. That's a real pity. And he grabs him. He goes, come on, mate, let's go. And then our boy fucking Liam hits Jonas with the bottle. Hard as shit. He goes, Jesus, come on, Jonas, come on. Cut to, everything goes black. Cut to him passed out on the steering wheel, head on the steering wheel like this, the horn honking. He's smashed into a tree.
This is Liam.
Liam. So it goes from him getting into a fight, he hits Jonas with the bottle, it cuts, now he's in a wreck, smashed into a tree. Okay?
Yeah.
He looks around, he's fucked up a little bit. He gets out of his car, he rewinds his memory. It's him getting to Jonas's place, and he's like, because he was so fucked up. You can see he's like, oh my God, he didn't even know he did this.
Yeah.
Right? He's watching how he's acting, him hitting him with the bottle. You hear the girl, get out of here, you fucking prick, fuck you. You see the homeboy get on top of them. Now they're fighting each other. Like he's watching from his memory. They're fighting. The girl's yelling, stop. And he goes, and you see him go, I want you to get every bit of Fee out of your memory. You wipe it, every fucking image, wipe it. She's like, I'm calling the police. You hear her calling the police. He breaks the bottle. He goes, wipe it, or I'm going to gouge your fucking brain out myself. And the guy's like, all right. And the girl's like, just do what he says. Like you can see it's like crazy intense. Yeah. Do what he says, please. And he goes, you see his eyes glaze over. He goes, no, on the television. I want to see it. He's like, all right. So you see on the television like 18 different files come up. Like just videos of Fee that he has in his life.
Yeah.
That are all that, like everything he has, right? And then you see them all get deleted immediately. Okay? And then he goes, okay. Stay away from my fucking house. And then the memory ends. He's like, right?
Yeah.
Then he starts rewatching it. He can't help himself. And you just hear him rewatching it, right? And he can't believe what he did. Like you see tears coming down his eyes as he's just rewatching what he did over and over. Okay?
Yeah.
Sam, are you ready for this?
No.
Are you ready for where this is about to go?
I can't imagine how far this is going to go. Okay, do it.
Do it to me, baby.
Do it to me, baby. Do it to me, baby.
Do it to me, baby. Yo, I have a great voice, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Everyone says I'm Bruno Mars.
No one says that, but you do have a good
Sam,
voice.
everyone says that.
Who is
I saw a lot of the comments in Flagrant 2. They were, what happened to Bruno Mars? Which I'm going to take as a compliment. I think
the way you look?
Yeah.
It looks like you ate Bruno Mars.
Hey, he's a little man.
He's a little man.
He's a little chicken nugget, that guy. You know what I mean? I'd fucking eat him up. I do look like Bruno Mars. I get a lot of the comments where I look like Bruno Mars or Terrence Howard, but like really funny versions of those people, which is, I couldn't help but laugh. That was fucking hilarious. A lot of people said that. You look like the Biebs, young Biebs.
I look like young Biebs.
Which is a huge turn on for everybody. Who doesn't want to fuck Kid Bieber? You know what I mean? With your Where's Waldo shirt. That's a Where's Sam. If there was a Where's Sam book, it would be pink and brown, and those would be your color. People are like, why is wrong with this girl? Color? It's like, oh, but it matches her skin. It does make your skin pop. This little pink.
These are my undertones or under and overtones, maybe.
That's what that is. It's called under and overtones.
So like, your coloring is consisted of like, you have like either yellow or blue or pink undertones. I don't know.
Is that how you pick my flannels? Do you go off just my tones?
I just like what I like. Yeah, but normally I go off your colors. This isn't really your color. This color and that, I wouldn't say. You're more of a summer, fall person.
I look good in yellow.
You look good in yellow. You look good in bright pop colors, like neons and not neons, but like pastels.
Yeah, and everybody looks good in black.
Everyone looks good in black. I look good I think best in navy.
You look good in navy. You look really good in purple too.
I like purple. Purple's one of my colors.
God, you're just perfect. You see what I said earlier, guys? And you're watching and going, man, Sam is perfect. God.
Thanks, guys.
That's what they're saying. Everyone's saying it at the same time, I promise. So our boy gets home, and he goes upstairs. His girl's knocked out. She wakes.
So wait, his car's not. It's not totaled.
No, it was like it wasn't. It's smashed, but like he can still drive it, but it's fucked up. He gets home and his girl's like, Liam. She wakes up. She looks at him. She's like, where'd you go? And she's like, he's just staring at her, angry. She's like, what happened? And all he says is, did you use a condom or not? And she's like, her eyes get big. He's like, just say. She's like, Liam, whatever you think. And he goes, am I Jody's father? He points at the baby. She goes, Liam, of course you are. What are you saying? He goes, are you sure about that? She goes, yes. He grabs a chair real slow and puts it down in the room. And he looks at the painting that's on the wall. And he's like, you always liked that painting. That's why I bought it. I thought it was shit, but you loved it. I thought it was pretentious shit. And he grabs the remote and he sits down real slow and he shows her the video of the fight that he just had with Jonas. And she's like, Christ, Liam, what have you done? He goes, don't you worry. We're getting to the good bit now. He fast forwards through the fight and you hear him going, delete all of it, all the lot on the TV. And then he hits pause when you see all the files come up. He zooms in on one of the files and you can read the file names.
Oh, they have like years and dates and shit?
The file is 18 months ago. And you can see in the file picture, it's you can see if you zoom in, it's like a little picture.
Oh, like a thumbnail?
Like a thumbnail, and it's a picture of her smiling, and what's behind her, Sam?
The painting. So he was in their house.
I know. 18 months ago. You've definitely been with her longer than 18 months. You have a baby.
Yeah. Okay.
She can't believe it. She's just like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you know when you suspect something, it's always better when it's true. It's like I've had a bad toothache for years, and my tongue finally broke through, and I can dig out all the shit.
Such a gross metaphor.
But it fits exactly, though. This is what this is. And she goes, it's not what you think. It's not what it looks like. And he goes, oh, no, you weren't fucking him. Huh? He goes, he goes, all that dance stuff that happened. She goes, you remember that? This is when he was cheating. Remember when he accused her of cheating before?
Yeah.
And she goes, you walked out. He goes, I left for 5 minutes. She goes, it was 5 days, Liam. You were gone 5 days, no call or nothing. He goes, so you fucked him on day 4? How heroic of you. Good for you. You could wait 4 days before you had to fuck him. She goes, look, we went for a drink. I got drunk. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I can't say anything else. I'm so sorry. And she's like just on like begging, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, did you use a condom? She goes, yes. He goes, we don't have any condoms here. She goes, he had one in his car. Was it his decision to wear a condom or yours? It was my decision. I made him wear it. You saw him put it on. Yes.
That's such a weird thing for a guy. You saw him put him on. Like, we can't feel the condom.
You saw him put it. You're right, but we'll get back to that. Pin that. Put a pin in that.
Okay.
But you're right. You're exactly right, but put a pin in that feeling and then tell me how you feel. You saw him put it on. Yes. Show me. And he hands her, he's like reaches for a remote. Mm-hmm. She's like, he goes, show me on the TV. I need to see it, Fee. I deleted it. I wanted it to go away. I wiped the whole thing. He goes, did you now? Yeah. So that means there's a blank gap in your timeline. Yes. Well, show me the blank gap then. And she's like, okay, I have to find it first. And she grabs her remote and her eyes glaze over, and you see her like going through, and he's like, no, give it to me. And he snatches the remote out of her hand. It's like, you can tell. She's like, no. He's like, it's still on there, isn't it? She goes, I'm sorry. Show it to me, Fee. Why? I want to see it. I love you, please. Show it to me. No, show it to me. No, show it to me. And he throws her down, right? Show it to me, Fee. She goes, look. He goes, don't you see what you're doing to me, Fee? I need to see this, please. He gives her the remote back. She's crying, sobbing. Mm-hmm. She grabs it slowly. She doesn't even look up, Sam. The acting's fired. She reaches up. You see the memory hit the TV, and it hits play. She's trembling. You see, now he's sitting there watching her memory, and it's her watching the Jonas dude. He's taking his clothes off, and she's like all giggling and stuff. Okay? The camera slowly pans in on Liam's face watching it, and all you do is hear it. And he gets naked, and then you just see him immediately. He gets naked, he gets on the bed, and they just start fucking immediately. Uh-huh. You can hear it. Yeah. And you see our boy Liam, eyes just broken.
Yeah.
Because clearly, he did not put a condom on.
I mean, I would still be sad even if he did wear a condom.
But he didn't.
Okay.
You can tell that's what this, they do it so good, without even seeing it, you know that's what he saw.
Yeah.
Because it's just heartbreak.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I was like, that's why he asked that question. I get what you were saying, though, of like, how the fuck did he think I wouldn't know? Yeah. But he asked that question because he's like, bitch, I don't believe you put a fucking condom on. Uh-huh. That's also crazy that the whole time you've had a baby, you've thought, I don't think this baby's mine.
Well, I think, you'd know.
He did know.
You look at your baby and you're like, does it look anything like me? If it looks nothing like you.
Maybe you're like, because it does look like her. So you're like, it looks like her.
Yeah. But it's such a weird, because you can see something. Because even if it doesn't look like you, it's like, well, it looks like my dad's eyes, or, you know.
Yeah, you would see some Poston trait or some Lopez trait. You would think. But you're absolutely right of I get what you were saying, though, of
You think I don't know if we wore a condom? But people be saying that, women don't know. And it's like, we can feel it, too. It's like as if it's just guys that are
that get the raw pleasure.
Yeah.
It's flesh on flesh.
Yeah.
Of course, it must be better for y'all.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, she you hear her giggling, laughing. The camera zooming in on him. You hear her moaning oh. He's just like, oh yeah. He's just, but you don't see. You just see our boy Liam just watching it. And he's just like, right. And you're, oh fuck. And she's like, harder. He's like, oh fuck. Fade to black. Cut to outside the house. We see from his point of view saying he's outside the house looking at the house. Yeah, Liam. But he's looking at a memory and he's watching he's I'm saying I love you to Fee. Her's I'm saying I love you back. The baby's playing in the crib and he's like, hello, Stinky. And he's playing with the baby. Cut back to him in reality, just looking at this house. Cut back to him watching over and over, him doing stuff with the kid, moments with her. It's him walking through the house and watching her, looking at the kitchen and then seeing a memory of her cooking. And she's looking at him with so much love. Mm-hmm. Clearly this is when everything was great. Right? And he's watching all these moments. You know, moments with the baby, all in love, moments of them like just being in love, meeting, moments of them fucking like with so much passion and just being so in love with each other. The music's getting more and more intense as this is happening. He plays another memory of her like lying down in the living room staring at him, and then another memory of like her going up the stairs like just glancing at him and like, you know, and he's like looking at her. As this is happening, he keeps just feeling that chip behind his ear. He's just rubbing it. Cut to him picking a dress for her to wear, like in the bathroom. Like she's like, this one or this one. He's like, this one. He's brushing his teeth. She's just hugging him from behind. You know, just those moments, right? He's feeling the grain. As he's feeling it, you see him now in the bathroom for real. He looks down at a razor.
Oh, gross.
And a pair of pliers.
Oh, Deric, right. Don't. Are you going to get really visual with this description?
He grabs the razor.
You are.
Slices behind his ear. You see just blood going down his ear, right?
Stop.
It's hitting the sink. Music gets more intense. Dun dun. We see blood come down his face. He grabs the pliers. He starts to pull something out. Just as he's pulling it out, Sam, it's going back and forth to flashes because he's pulling out the thing of memories, but it's just memories of Fee. Just all these memories just flashing, flashing, flashing. He keeps pulling out a long string, right? And it's just like this long connect string. And he's like, ah! And then it's a flash cut of all the memories he's ever had with Fee, the goods and the bads. Then fade to black. He loses his vision. Black Mirror.
That's how they end it?
That's how they end that one. He loses his vision. But he doesn't have to deal with the memories anymore, but he'll never see again.
Oh, gross. Wait, what do you mean? You're still a person. You still have regular memories.
Oh, yeah, I know, it was like, you're not going to forget any of that. It was so traumatizing.
Yeah. Also, you've looked them over so many times.
Yeah, bro, you watched them all so many times.
It's like a movie you know really well.
Oh my God, that you can't ever get rid of. You're right. I didn't think about it from that. It was like he did nothing. He just lost his vision. That's all he really did.
So there must be a regular way to get it removed that doesn't do that. You know, like if people can get it removed.
Yeah, but I think it was a risky surgery. I think that's why I think they bring it up risky surgery. Risky surgery. It was a risky surgery.
Cutting it out yourself.
Definitely. Oh yeah. The 50s. I mean, because it's like, I mean, the one lady's was yanked out and she still got her memory, so it clearly was yanked out by somebody who kind of knew what they were doing.
They didn't really talk about that. I would love to know, like, how they did that. Like, do they abduct people and then remove it? Or is this, like, you're on the street and someone, like, comes up and, like, gets you in an alleyway and then cuts it out?
And then, of course, some millionaire would jerk off to it because it's like, oh, my God, you get someone's actual private whole life. Ugh. That's so weird. But, yeah, I mean, some people would be into that for sure. The power you have over that, like, you know?
Oh, my God. What a terrible future that would be. I could never live like that.
Did you like this one?
No, I mean, yes, I liked it.
Who's your favorite character? Fee?
Am I supposed to
Liam?
like any of these characters? I hated everyone.
Jonas?
Yeah, Jonas.
Even though he's a cheater?
He's a cheater?
I mean, he knows what he's doing.
She's more of a cheater than he is.
Oh, clearly. But I mean, he did it. He did.
Yeah.
He did do it.
But
you have to admit that he did.
They
were on a break. They were. Yo, he should have said that. Why wouldn't he say that line? We were on a break.
For her, it's like I get why he's upset at her for being with someone for 4 days after.
That's insane. That's insane.
If you're the other person and someone's trying to have sex with you and they're broken up or on a break, then you're like,
yeah, you're right. Because it's like, what is 5 days?
Wrong. Like, what does that mean to you?
What does that mean to you?
You have to get over it.
Yeah, her doing it is wrong. You're right. That's a great point. Jonas isn't in the wrong at all.
No, he's just.
He didn't fuck her in a relationship. Yo, he's there. She says, "Oh, we've been broken up for 5 days." You're like, "That's good."
Yeah.
That's on her. That's on her to
make him a nice guy.
No,
but it
doesn't make him a bad guy at all.
Doesn't make him a bad guy either.
Makes him just a person.
Yeah, it just makes him
You know.
Funny.
Also, it's somebody you used to fuck back in college. Like, you already have the relationship. You already have the thing. She's telling you all what's going on with her relationship. She's crying about it. Yeah. And also, like, she hasn't heard from him in 5 days. So she's like, oh, I think he might be gone for real. But that's not enough to be fucking this dude.
She shouldn't be fucking him.
In the house that they own together? It's like, yo, that's crazy.
No. But also, the real crime is you have a baby and you're not certain that it's your husband's.
And you know that.
Yeah, and you know that. Because it's like, if she had told him while we were on a break, we were on a break. I'm sorry. I had sex with someone else right then and there. He couldn't be as upset as he is in this situation. But to like have it be a lie and like the uncertainty of your child, then it's like, well, he's kind of warranted. Like his whole life is a lie.
Facts.
Oh, gross.
Great episode, Black Mirror. God, probably one of the best shows of this century, of this generation, of this decade, or whatever the fuck. of the newest shows in this era of time, it's definitely a top 10.
Yeah, that's good. And upsetting.
Upsetting as fuck. Well, see you guys in a couple days.
Oh.
Literally.
See you soon.
Literally in a couple days. We'll be right back. Bean Mafia!
Bean gang!